Hey everyone, I'm Erica from the blog Buttered Side Up, and today I'm going to show you how to make chicken feet bone broth. This makes broth that's full of gelatin, and so it gets really thick when you put it in the fridge. I'll show you 3 methods for making it: over the stove, in a crock pot, and in the Instant Pot. Alright, let me show you how to make it. Here's everything that you'll need: 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 1 onion, 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, which is optional, and 8 to 16 cups of water. The amount of water you need will vary depending on which method you use. And of course, 1 pound of chicken feet. Now, you might be able to find chicken feet at the farmer's market, at an Asian market, from a local farmer, at a health food store, or even online. Now, some recipes call for blanching the chicken feet first, but I don't find this necessary. I've also seen some people cut off the fingernails, but I don't bother with that. Okay, let's start with the stovetop method. Place all of the ingredients in a large Dutch oven or stock pot. For the stovetop method, you're going to want to use about 12 to 16 cups of water because quite a bit of it tends to evaporate while it's simmering. Bring the water to a simmer. Simmer for about 30 minutes with the lid off and skim off any scum that comes to the surface. Turn the heat down to very low, cover the pot, and then simmer for about 6 hours. You can go longer than that if you want to. If the water gets too low in the pot while it's simmering, you can always top it off. Allow the broth to cool for a bit and then strain it into a large bowl and then pour it off into glass jars for storage. For the Instant Pot method, again, place all of your ingredients in the Instant Pot. And for this method, you'll need about 8 cups of water. Make sure to set the Instant Pot to ceiling and put it on the soup function for 120 minutes. Slow release for at least 10 minutes before quick releasing, or you can just wait until the Instant Pot depressurizes. Strain the broth and transfer it to jars. This is my favorite method because it takes the least amount of time. So if I wake up and realize that I need some chicken broth, I can feasibly have it ready by supper time. For the crock pot method, place all of the ingredients into the crock pot. You'll need about 10 to 12 cups of water for this method. Now, I don't actually own a crock pot anymore because mine bit the dust, so I just use the slow cooker function on my Instant Pot. Slow cook the broth on about low or medium heat for at least 12 hours. Strain the broth and put it into jars. Now, you can store the jars of broth in the fridge for up to a week or in the freezer for at least 3 months. Make sure you only fill your jars 2/3 to 3/4 full if you're planning on freezing them. Also, make sure the broth is completely cooled before putting the jars in the freezer. Make sure that you don't knock the jars once they're frozen because they break easily once they're frozen. Look how thick this broth gets once it's refrigerated. So that's how to make my chicken feet bone broth. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more food and cooking videos. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.